Hey, happy World Series Eve. Oh, we got to talk about it, but we're going to talk about week 7 of the NFL, week 8 of college football, and so much more. I hope you're ready. I'm ready. Let go.
Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
Oh, what's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Monday, October 25th, 2021, and this is episode number 356. Barry on Deck. As always, Barry on Deck brought to you by the AP Law Group. If you have been injured in an accident, do yourself a solid. Get them on your side. 713-913-GO-AP or log on to aplawgroup.com. You do not want to get bullied by the insurance companies, people. I promise you that. If you guys don't have this number in your phone yet, you're dumb. You're stupid. You're idiots. And I don't know what to tell you. Put it in your phone. 713-913-GO-AP. Hey, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining this fair program here. We have a lot to discuss. Not a lot of, I didn't make a lot of slides. I kind of like Monday. I've been trying to be a little more organic on Mondays and just let's talk some football and what happened over the weekend and so forth. And a little less slide heavy. I've got a couple, but we'll get into it. We'll share with you a little bit about what happened with me this weekend, and also we'll talk about the coming week. In fact, we can do that now. Programming notes. Okay. There probably won't be a show on Wednesday for sure, unless I can convince John Wessling to stand in my stead. But as it stands right now, I'm in Tulsa for the week. I leave Wednesday. I'll be driving up. I was going to get a flight, but I forgot. So I'm driving to Tulsa. So no show Wednesday. I don't know if I'm going to take everything that I need to do a show Thursday and Friday. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided yet. I don't know what the internet's like there, if it would be conducive to doing a show. So we'll see. But I would just say plan on no shows Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And if we have any, great. And if not, well, then you planned accordingly. So there's that. Let's get to the greatest decade in the history of the world, at least for the next 2 hours. And that is none other than, come on, Aaron J. Bryan in the building first in the chat. Now, it looks like Wallace, being the Congo blocker that he is, stepped in and thwarted, I say. Aaron J. Bryant getting a super chat. But nay, I say, Aaron, not only did he get it in, he did it via Venmo. No fees were taken. No animals were harmed in the making of this super chat. So Wallace, while I appreciate a good Congo block, I got to tell you, buddy, you missed it because Aaron sent his super chat via Venmo, which I thought was pretty dope. So I appreciate you, AJB. Much love. And you guys give it up because he is the greatest deckhead in the history of the world for like 2 hours. And then it's just regular ass Aaron after that. Oh, sad Falcons fan. And they look good. They won. Well, I should say look good. They won. How about that? They won. We'll get to it. We'll get to all those games. Rest of the chat looks like this. Fidel is here. John Dory, what's up, dude? Alan Denson and Wallace, the Congo blocker himself, is here. Hi, Mimi. How are you, girl? Good to see you. I like that Joe Pro's in early. I love when Joe Pro gets to join us. G-Man, the original super chatter. What's up, dude? Who else is here? TDP and Uriel Villanueva. Brandon Gary. What's up, man? Hey, I appreciate the the review on iTunes. We'll discuss that as well. Eric Resendez, what's up, homie? Lisa and Chris Reyes and Rudolph with Message of the Year. My sweet Donna. Matt Poche, Cisco, actually getting to listen today. I like it. Instead of having to catch it on the replay, we get Cisco live for the day. So that's dope. What's up, Jen? Thank you for being here, sweetie. I still owe you a video. I'm a failure. Justin Swinford, what's up? The newly engaged Justin Swinford. Let's go. Who else there? CC. CC says I smell like I'm first. Well, okay. That's a distinct smell, I guess. Robert Likes Beer. The king of the deckheads is here. Walt and KD and Ray and Ben and Alex Villanueva. I dig it. I dig it. Danny Dan, what's up, dude? And John Garza and Stream Elements. Wait a minute. Who snuck that in there? I don't even know what that guy does. Todd the Show, what's up, dude? He said, what up, dickheads? I meant deckheads. Stephen Luther is here. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Incarnate and who else? Brandon Gary. Okay. What is what? What? Oh, is that from the shows? I don't know. Yes, go Astros. We're going to talk that. What's up, Perry? How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Stephen Luther, good to see you, man. Thank you. All right, let's get to the show. Let's do this. We have a lot of football to discuss, as we've always been doing. But real quick, just wanted to share with you a couple things that's been going on. One, if you don't know and you watch this show and you want to listen, we hit 5,000 downloads. Yes. We hit 5,000 downloads as a podcast. So we have our YouTube channel and we get our views and whatnot. We're still averaging about 200 a show. I'm happy with that. That's a good number. It's a very good number. So we're getting about, 1,000 views a week, 4,000 a month. That's outstanding. Well, we just hit 5,000 downloads on the podcast. So that's pretty dope. So if you do want to listen to the audio version of the show, you can absolutely do that. Just go to iTunes or Google Play or whatever. I see you, Jen. Good job. Good thing I have this phone connected to my PC too. That popped up. So we have a podcast version of the show. You can listen on YouTube. I got to tell you guys, I'm racking my brain. Somebody said something to me this weekend that got me shook, and in a good way. Why are you sad, CC? Oh, for the no show. I did tweet out the show, Fidel. Thank you, buddy. Much love. I did. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. So this weekend I did a couple of private gigs. Why are we booing and bullshitting? Oh, because I said there may not be that many shows this week. I love you guys. I'm so glad that hurts you. Not like I'm trying to hurt you, but it means the world to me that you want it. You want this show. Man, that means the world to me. I think I'm on the wrong page too. I think I'm like a page behind on my, I was. That's why I'm like, what do you guys mean? You guys are so far behind. So I did a couple privates this weekend. One of them was for like a Hispanic 40-year-old woman, which was amazing. And it was so much fun. I love people I don't personally get into Halloween. I don't dress up. We don't do the trick or treating thing, mostly because this neighborhood is a bunch of assholes. And what happened, we were just talking about this weekend, but when Nora and I moved in, we went out and bought, I think I spent like $250 in candy. I don't remember what it was. There's a lot of candy at Sam's. At Sam's, I spent that much money. And we go out to put the candy out, and we've got the porch light on, we got the buckets, no one's showing up. We wait like 3 hours, no kids from like 6 o'clock to 9. Finally, Nora and I, we go out, and my sister-in-law, Nancy, and Mandy, her daughter, and so we go out to the front, then we go to the side driveway, and we're sitting on dude, we waited for like 5 to 6 hours, and not one single kid came to our house. Not one. So we were like, what the hell? This is crazy. Turns out you got to put yourself on a list, and they put you on a trick-or-treat map. So if your name's not on the map, nobody goes to your house. What kind of white people horse shit is that? Oh, this was like 5 years ago, Christy. It took a year though for us to eat all the candy. Like literally, I remember eating the last Snickers like 2 days before Halloween. But so I've never been a guy that likes to dress up for Halloween. I don't do the costume thing. I don't go to parties and stuff. But I do appreciate people that get into Halloween. I think it's cool that families and adults and whatever, like, I know you guys think I'm like a grumpy, I hate everything kind of guy. That's not true. And this family in particular was like really into Halloween. They had like every detail, even down to the fact where when we get there, they're super nice to all the comics. There was like 4 comics. And they're like, you guys help yourself to the food. Oh, the food was so good. And they're like, there's beer and there's, this and that. And so I'm like, which one is the beer in? And they're like, oh, it's this cooler. And it's just ice chests all over the yard, as you can imagine at a Mexican Halloween. Just, they're not going to go fancy like tubs. There's just like ice chests. Everybody brings an ice chest. Everybody has their own ice chest. They bring a community ice chest. And I open up this ice chest to get a beer. Now, y'all know I'm scared of roaches. We have established the fact that I'm scared of roaches and I'm scared of wasps and bees to a certain degree, but not as much. And I open this ice chest and they have beer in the ice chest, but all over are these fake roaches. And I lost my shit. Because I'm like, who wants one? I'm going to grab a beer. Anybody? Yeah? No, you want? Okay, yeah. What, you want a, okay. And you got, what you got? Okay, yeah. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got you guys, okay. Oh my God! Like there was just roaches and just these fake rubber roaches and they looked so real. And everybody's like, what was that? And I lost it. I slammed it real fast and they were dying laughing. I freaked out. I was like, oh, you sons of bitches. So I just spent like 10 minutes, the first 10 minutes of my set, just roasting everybody. It was hilarious though. And it was so fun, man. And then I did 2 private parties in one night. I did that private birthday party, which was cool. I'll be honest with you. Cause in my set, I've written jokes about myself and my marriage, but I've also written jokes about being married to a Hispanic woman, being married to a Latina, being married to a woman whose family is from Mexico when you trace it back, and learning about her culture and learning about the different things. And it was kind of cool to be able to do those jokes, because if I do those jokes, I need to fix them. If I do these jokes in front of white people, like white people don't get the jokes. They're like, I don't understand that. What does that mean? But like I'll have jokes about like the different jars of chili at a house where you like, the big jar of ragu, that's for white people. That little bitty baby food jar, that'll burn a hole through a white person's soul. White people can't eat that chili. You don't do that. And then I had like jokes about ojo and learning what ojo is and watching my wife touch a baby's head in a fucking Walmart and how that was weird. So like some folks get these jokes, but most don't. And most people are just like, I don't understand that. So it was cool to be able to do that. It was like, I even told him, I was like, I feel like I'm just amongst my people right now. But it was cool, man. And it's, the plastic tub of butter, that's not butter. The butter's not butter. Absolutely. All that stuff. But a good time. And then I went to another private party, and, that was really dope. It was a little fancier. It was this dude named Casey, and he is the man about town, and a great dude. And something happened at that party. So he's becoming a bourbon aficionado, and after the show goes fine. I guess my mic cuts out, so I'm yelling jokes for the last 5 minutes. It's whatever. But after the show, someone said something to me, and this is the point I was kind of getting to. Somebody says, dude, you're like really funny. And I was like, oh, I appreciate that. And I guess they were kind of a fan. They've seen me before, and they were just kind of a fan of my comedy, and they followed me in my career. And they said something to me. He said, there's a lot less funny comedians doing a lot better than you. And it's because they know how to market themselves. And I was like, it kind of shook me a little bit. I was like, damn. That's true. Because I never really, I mean, look, it's human nature to see people achieving stuff that you feel like, I'm better than that dude. I'm better than her. I'm better than him. Why are they getting what I want? And that's in all walks of life. That's not just the entertainment business. That's in life. That's in comedy. That's in, if you're an architect and the wine business like Cisco, I don't give a shit who it is. You see people achieving stuff and you're like, I know I'm better. Radio? Come on. I listen to some of these yokels on the radio in Houston and I'm like, bro, I could talk circles around these hoes. But that's just not how the business works. And the same thing is true with comedy. I watch people achieve things and it's like, damn, I know I'm a better comic than this person, or at least I feel it. And it's not a slight against them. It's not that I wish that they didn't achieve anything. That's not it. Sometimes human nature just says, I want that too. How come I don't have that also? Some of it is luck. And some of it is just good business, good marketing. And when the guy said that, I was like, damn, that's so true. It's true about comedy. It's true about this show. It's true about Barry on Deck. It's true about radio. It's true about everything. I was like, it's not that I haven't been trying, but I've really got to figure out how to market. I've got to figure out how to market my comedy. I've got to figure out how to market this show. I've got to figure out how to market myself. Like that is so important. And some of these guys, and like you said, I mean, and it's true, and it's not me being a dick, but there are some comics out there that maybe aren't as good as me, that they don't want to follow me or whatever. And that's not me bragging. Believe me, that's not me bragging. But there are some people that have figured out the business side or the marketing side. What's up, Andrew Clay? Good to see you, buddy. But there's some guys that have figured out the business side of the business, and they maybe aren't as good, right? And we see this on YouTube. You see this with gamers, like streamers. You see this everywhere. And it's like, and I appreciate that, Andrew. I'm going to hit you up. I'm damn sure going to hit you up. I know what you meant. Don't worry. I'm the world's worst speller, so it's not like I'm judging. But yeah, Donna, Donna said maybe it's time to make an investment in yourself. No, I agree. And listen, I've been trying to figure that out. I want to upgrade everything. I want to do everything. I even have the money to invest in some marketing right now. And I don't know who you can, like, who's going to get actual results versus non-results, and who's just going to take your money and run Facebook ads. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who's good for that. I had a guy who was recommended to me. So I have a PR person that I have a connection with who can, if I wanted to do a PR campaign, I could reach out to her and pay her and she would help me. It's great. She was like, use this guy. He does Facebook marketing, and he got one of your friends, a friend of mine who is a comedian. He got her to over like 100,000 followers on Facebook. And I was like, great. And then I reach out to him, and it was, he moved too slow. He was not good at it. Like it was just like a nightmare. And I was like, well, damn. You know, I would email him, and I'm the kind of guy where, like, if I'm like, I would email him and be like, hey, what do you need from me? Let's move forward. And he would tell me. And then, I would email him that, and I wouldn't hear from him for 3 weeks. And then I would finally I would hit him up. Hey, just want to follow up, just following up. 3 weeks later, he was like, oh, fill this out and send it back. And I would fill it out the next day and send it back. And then I wouldn't hear from him for 3 or 4 weeks. And I was just like, once you go like 8 to 12 weeks trying to get one thing done with somebody, that's when you just go, okay, this isn't going to work. This is going to be a nightmare. He may be really good at what he does, but I just don't have the patience for that kind of shit. So that's the struggle where I'm at. I feel like the product is good, whether it's on stage or this show. I just don't know how to market. I have come to the realization. I thought I was pretty good at it, but I don't know how to market and grow my comedy and this show and everything. And that's the struggle. And when that guy said that, it really, I mean, I knew that, and I've been saying that, like, you know, Westling and I'll talk about BiffNet and all that. And I'm like, it's the whole, Jen will tell you, Jen and I have had conversations about, it's all about marketing. I've got to figure out how to market all this. And I just don't know. I don't know. So I'll figure it out. White Magic said, don't hire a social media marketer, hire a real marketing firm. Yeah, that's part of it, right? Is like getting the right person or the right people and figuring out who that is and how much it costs or whatever. Is sports and comedy too much of a niche? No, I think that's no. And they're mutually exclusive, right? Like I marketing Barry on Deck isn't the same as marketing Barry as a comedian. Barry Laminack, the stand-up comic, and vice versa. Marketing me as a stand-up comic. Now, one might help the other grow and vice versa. If Barry on Deck all of a sudden took off and had, 200,000 subscribers on YouTube, sure, that might help my stand-up comedy and vice versa. But, it's just a crazy thing. So I was like, okay, I've really, maybe 2022, I have really got to sit down and focus on how am I going to market and grow this. We've perfected the show. I think it's in a good spot, but now it's just trying to get the word out, whether it's ads or what. Hell, I don't know. Cisco said, big facts. We got this new girl at work who was an Instagram influencer. She tried talking mess and I had to remind her that I lead the company in sales. Boom! Basically what Cisco said is, who the fuck is that guy? Girl. Okay. When are you going to start shadowing Randy Lemon to take over whatever he does to make money? Oh, that's about 5 years off. He's serious about that, and so am I. But that's about 5 years off, I think. Not you, Barry, but Deckheads, can y'all look at the post I just made in the Discord if anyone is available? Okay. Cool. Thank you. Because, I'd be like, I'm right in the middle of a show, CC! Oh, that wasn't for me? Never mind. Okay, my bad. Time to get that billboard exit gallery furniture behind home plate at Minute Maid. Dude, do you know how expensive that would be? Oh my God. Uh-oh. White Magic said, what's wrong with social media marketers? Uh-oh. You got Sid on you. We need a Barry on Deck streaker at Minute Maid. Who's signing up for it? I'll bail you out. I got bail money. Don't do that. Please don't do that. That's hilarious though, but don't do that. That would be crazy. All right, let's get this show started. Let's get into it. Here's your sports headlines. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with you because I had that thought this week and I was like, man, and when I say shook, it's not like I'm not like, I quit. But I was just like, he's right. Like, I don't know how to market. And I kind of knew that. And I was talking about, but I was just like, I could just keep going and adding, maybe I'm averaging, I want to say 30 subscribers a month, like legitimate subscribers, not just rando bots and shit. But like my Instagram is stagnant. I cannot break 1930 on Instagram. I don't know why. It's just stuck there. Twitter, I'm stuck at 11.3. You know what I mean? Like it's not bad. I'm thankful for what I have, but there's no growth right now. And I'm like, 8 years into comedy, year and a half into Barry on Deck, there should be more growth. I should be getting better, and I just got to figure that out. So, truck driver Pookie said, shit, all I need is the bail money, some tacos, and beer, and I'll do it during game 2. No, listen. I mean, look, I don't want anybody like good looking out there streaking either. That's not going to get the attention of anybody. That would be worth millions. People would see the Barry on Deck logo at the World Series. I wonder if they're going to start like suing people, like companies. That they should do that. They streak with rally pants. There you go. Christy gets it. They should start suing the companies that have streakers out there. I think that would put a stop to it for sure. Right? And then they should start pressing charges like, what are the pedophile charges or whatever, the indecency with a minor or whatever, because there's kids at the game. And if you're out there streaking, I mean, I guess if you don't go bucket naked, it's different. Yeah, if you cover the twigs and berries, then I guess it's okay. But no, I don't want streakers. That's a fool's errand. I think, yeah, a lot of people would know about it, but I don't think I want like legitimate, because that's the other thing about marketing that I know, but I just don't know how to implement. But like what you want to get, and I've talked about this before with other people on the show, what you want I've always said this. I'd rather have 1,000 diehard deckheads that want to be here than 1 million that subscribe to the channel but don't watch. That's just, there's no value in those million, right? There's no value in that. Because the value is in the consumption of the show and the support of the show and everything else. So it's not necessarily about the numbers. I'm not like, oh, I want to have 50,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel for clout. I want to have 10,000 subscribers of 10,000 people that want to watch this show. So that's what I got to figure out. That's what I'm trying to. And it's like no matter what I try, I can't get it. I got some homies in the county who owe me a favor or two. Like, that guy's streaking. It says Barry on deck. And is that 6 tattooed tears? Oh, ain't nobody arresting that guy. Francisco said, give me tickets behind home plate and I'll flash my man bosoms. See, that's what I need to do. Julia, what's her name? I forget her name now. The one, we had her as a Hooters girl back in the day on Houston Game Day. But remember the chick that flashed her titties during the World Series 2017, and I had her come on the Usual Suspects. Oh, what's her name? She's like the new Hugh Hefner. She claims to be the new Hugh Hefner. But that worked. That worked. But I'll take those titties over Cisco's titties. That's for sure. 100%. Is Sydney going to stab White Magic? I want to know what's happening over here. I want to see White Magic get stabbed in the face. He said, I just feel like everyone calls themselves social media marketers because they have 50,000 followers. Yeah, you have followers, but what are your credentials? Okay. Yep. I do agree with that. Sydney said, well, that's different. You don't just log into Upwork and hire anyone, but social media is the newest form of marketing. You want someone that's up to date. Sid, I need your help then. You need to help me find the right person. Let's see here. I just need to buy. That's not worth 10,000 to 15,000 for a ticket behind home plate. Oh, I mean, it worked for her. Worked for her. Because you think about it, you're going to do the streaking or showing of the titties, and then people are going to have you on their radio show and their podcast and their blog and all that stuff. And so it's the residual marketing as well. Anyways, I'm not doing that. When we were going to do the billboard, I got talked out of it by my PR person. She was like, that's a bad idea. Just invest in this guy. So anyways, we'll get to it. We'll figure it out, guys. We will figure it out. Here we go. Nice flex there, AR Platinum. Way to come in and make me feel like shit. Oh, what if you have 80,000 followers? Hey, fuck you, man. All right, here's your sports headlines for the day. Deshaun Watson has said that he is open to multiple teams now. He is open to more than just Miami. So I told you guys a while back, and I'm seeing like, oh, The Athletic was first to report. Oh, no, fuck The Athletic. Barry on Deck was first to report that Deshaun Watson wanted to be a Miami Dolphin. That's where he wanted to go. Still not getting credit for that. I'm so mad about it. I'm bitter. I'm very bitter. Doesn't matter. It's fine. But now they're saying that he is open, because I think what the problem is they're probably going to him and going, look, dude, we're not just going to give you away. But could you be a little more? What if we could get you into Carolina? What about Philly? And they're probably like, no Philly, no Denver, but I'll consider Carolina. He wants to be in the South. He wants to be in a warm weather city. He doesn't want to be playing in Saskatchewan and shit. That's a fact. So he'd prefer to be in Miami, but he's saying now that he's open to other cities. And one of those, oh, you kiss my ass, Tony Garza. You might be handsome, but I'll punch you in your stupid, handsome face. I heard it from Behrman. No, you didn't, jackass. Because you were the guy that was telling me I was a moron for saying it. Whole face. All right. Yeah, no CFL. He doesn't want to play for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Brady Gary said trade to New Orleans. Jameson draft picks. Yeesh. I was first to report that Watson don't have no damn wants. Yes, he does. So, The Panthers, as bad as Sam Darnold is playing, and I don't remember the haul they gave up for him, but it was like a 2, a 4, and a 6 or something like that. Panthers are said to be in the running and looking to. All right, let me ask you this. If you're a Texans fan, and this is not a 3-team deal, this is just team to team, who you want? You trading for Sam Darnold and a bunch of first-round picks over the next 3 years? Are you trading for Tua and a bunch of first-round picks over the next 3 years? At this point, I'm team nope. I don't want either of those cats. You know what they are. You know what they are. I mean, if you're just doing it to have a body, cool. But you're not going to, I mean, Tua immediately to me, Tua and Sam Darnold. If you trade for either of those, they immediately come in and back up Tyrod Taylor. 100%. 100%. Tyrod Taylor looked really good until he got injured. I'm not saying he's a franchise quarterback. I'm not saying he's a Super Bowl quarterback. That's not an option, though. If Deshaun has decided he doesn't want to be in Philly, that's not an option. If he's saying if he's acquiesced and said, okay, if it's not the Dolphins, I'll go to the Panthers. It's a southern warm city. I can do that. So those are your two choices. Now you've at least, and if you're the Texans, you're happy with that because now you can at least go to the Dolphins and go, well, Carolina's offering this. And the Dolphins sweeten the deal, and you go back to Carolina. They've countered with this, and then Carolina sweetens the deal, and you go to the Dolphins and say, this is where we're at. And the Dolphins maybe add one more thing and say, that's it. You go to Carolina and say, okay, they bumped it up to this, and Carolina says, no, we'll pass. But at least now you've got some room to pit two teams against each other to negotiate. So that's a positive for the Texans. So getting him to at least agree to go to two cities is a bigger deal. Now, would you like to have more in there? Sure. But at the end of the day, I can tell you from my sources, and I'm not going to reveal who my source is, but most of you know. All you have to do is just somewhat pay attention. This dude wants to be in Miami. That hasn't wavered since February when I told you that. When I told you he was taking trips to Miami in February. But if he's willing to go somewhere else and you're the Texans, you got to take advantage of that. Now, you're not getting a franchise quarterback in return in Tua or Sam Darnold. You're getting the potential of a franchise quarterback with the picks, and that's the point. That's the point. And that's where maybe they turn around and flip one of those guys, right? Like maybe they flip Tua or Sam to some other, maybe they take Tua and trade him to Carolina for some picks. I don't know. But I think you got, yeah, and I don't know if Atlanta, I mean, I know he's from Atlanta, and I bet you, I don't know if he would want to be a Falcon. That's not a city that's come up in the talks that I've had with my source. But being from there, you think he might want to go home. Maybe they are ready to move on from Matt Ryan. I don't know. Sell the team to pay for Correa. Yeah. Miami has all the draft capital. Yeah. If you're trading Deshaun Watson and like KD's, because I saw Jalen Hurts get mentioned there and KD said something. I love Hurts, but if Texans need a QB, he ain't the answer. That's just it. Unless this is a DeMar DeRozan for Kawhi Leonard type of trade, or Russ for John Wall, you're probably not. Nobody with a franchise quarterback is wanting to trade a franchise quarterback. Now, maybe they feel like they could do better, but then they're not going to give you a bunch of stuff. Like, for example, this is 100% hypothetical. But let's say that the Chargers are like, man, we just don't want a pocket passer. The NFL is all about having a legitimate run pass option, dual threat quarterback. And while we think Herbert is great, we would rather have more flexibility at the quarterback position. So we're willing to trade Justin Herbert for Deshaun Watson straight up. Okay. Yep. Done. But the Chargers don't want to trade Justin Herbert for the headache of Deshaun Watson. So that's the thing. If you can get a guy, if you can get a trade, cool. But it's not going to be a franchise quarterback for a franchise quarterback because nobody's trading their franchise quarterback. They're just not doing it. Yeah, that's the problem, Walt. White Magic's right. He's got a no trade clause. Walt said, I've never disputed he didn't want to be in Miami, but it doesn't matter what he wants. He has no control of this. He actually does. When Bill O'Brien signed him to the new deal, that they instituted a no trade clause at that time. So he can agree or disagree. So if they're like, sorry, bud, we're sending you to the Jets, he can go, no, hell no, you're not. We're going to send you to the Lions. No, hell no, you're not. Well, that's true, but then you're just eating the money at that point. Now, and then you just, what, you going to sit on him for ever many years he has left? 4 years? Because he ain't playing. He's got enough money bankrolled where he ain't going broke. I mean, I think you go to him and say, all right, well, besides Miami, where would you want to play? You know, maybe he's like Atlanta or whatever, but he absolutely has leverage in here. That's the problem, Walt. That's the problem. Had he not had a no trade clause, he wouldn't have the kind of leverage that he does, but he does have that leverage. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see. They expect the deal to get done before November 2nd, so I guess we're going to find that out. Here's some more headlines for you. The Bears head coach Matt Nagy has tested positive for COVID. Packers DC Joe Barry tests positive for COVID as well. Probably not going to play or coach in the Thursday night game. Sources are saying that the Jets quarterback Zach Wilson has a PCL sprain. I don't know what the PCL is. What is that? Posterior cruciate ligament? I don't know. He'll be out 2 to 4 weeks. Patrick Mahomes cleared the concussion protocols in game. He was kneed in the head. But he was pulled anyways in the loss. And that's not anything more than, look, this isn't our day. He's already been hit in the head. We're getting our ass whooped. Done deal. We don't need him out there playing anymore. That's literally all that was. And then the St. Louis Cardinals have benched, the St. Louis Cardinals bench coach, Ollie, they call him Ollie, but Oliver Marmol, it was named the new manager of the St. Louis Cardinals. 35 years old. Cisco, is Zach's mom okay, though? Yeah, she's fine. 35-year-old, youngest manager in baseball for the St. Louis Cardinals, Ollie Marmol, was thought of very highly within the organization. So he'll be at the helm come next baseball season. So there you go. There's your updates. Let's start with that Chiefs team. Mahomes reverted back to Texas Tech Mahomes. Well, let's get into it. Let's do our NFL Week 7 recap here. Let me get this all going. Zoom out. There you go. Let's start with that Chiefs game. And let's just talk about the fact that the Titans defense looked better than it has probably all year. The offense still looks scary. Derrick Henry doesn't even rush for 100 yards, but just the threat of Derrick Henry rushing for 100 yards. Hey, if I were to tell you Derrick Henry would have more passing touchdowns than Patrick Mahomes, you would laugh me out of the building. Well, he who laughs last laughs hardest, or whatever. He first laughs off. I don't know. Patrick Mahomes on the day goes 20 of 35, 206 yards, averages 5.9 yards per pass, no touchdowns, an interception, 4 sacks, couple of costly turnovers, a QBR of 6, and a rating of 62. Derrick Henry had a QBR of 99.9. One throw, 5 yards, 1 touchdown. That's what the Texans need to trade for. There's your franchise quarterback, Derrick Henry. You talk about a run-pass option. That's a run, Don't care if he passes option. Oh, Joe Pro, that's so well put. Chiefs play defense like a Big 12 team. Bro, their defense is atrocious. But, I mean, look, the Chiefs look out of sorts. Let's be real. Zoom out. The Chiefs look out of sorts. Offense isn't clicking. Run game non-existent. Turnovers. Offense is on the field almost too much just because the defense is so bad. I'm sorry, offense isn't on the field enough. Defense is on the field too much. It's just bad. Patty killed my fantasy. Yeah. Walter, I said on the Sunday morning show the Chiefs offense was a big problem. You called it because I don't know what's wrong with them, man. I mean, we talked a little bit about, and this isn't something that I geniusly came up with myself, but it makes a lot of sense. You've heard people talk about teams like the Bucs who play the Tampa 2, which means 2 safeties. They're not going to let you beat them deep. And that became kind of a blueprint, right? And now you just see 2 high safeties over and over. And in a lot of that game, the Titans didn't even run 2 high safeties. They kept the safety back, but they just outplayed them. Outplayed them at the point of attack. They were getting pressure on Mahomes. Coverage was good. I mean, it was a really good effort by the Titans. But like Walt said, too, Chiefs offense looks out of sorts. Now, does that mean they're done? They're cooked? No. But I tell you what, they better get their shit together in a hurry. If they're going to need to go on a run really quick. I don't know why my head is killing me right now. I'm having like an aneurysm. Perry said they're just not good, to be honest. Yeah. Offense has to score 30 a game. You're right. And they should be capable of that, but they haven't been. Zoom out. So, we look at the box score, and the Chiefs didn't win anywhere. The Chiefs didn't win any of this game. And nothing. We can go to team stats. That gives you a good idea here. Look at that. They had more passing first downs. Well, yeah, when you're playing from behind, that's going to happen. They ran 68 plays. Look at the time of possession. They made up for it a little bit, but I think the first half, there was 2-1, 30-10, or was that the Texans? I can't remember. Pretty bad, though. 77 yards rushing, 257 yards passing, 27-3. Not good. Not good at all. So Chiefs fall to 3-4. Titans looking pretty good. Let's go to the standings overall. Titans 5-2, which is tied for best record in the AFC with the Bengals and the Ravens and the Raiders. Who's another team that had a 2-game lull there while John Gruden was being exposed for the asshole that he is, but has since figured it out and rallied, and they're playing well. Bills, to me, even despite those losses, Bills are still the cream of the crop in the AFC. Still the team to beat. But I'm going to tell you right now, the Titans are legit. The Titans are legit, especially with that run game. And if they can get better defense like they got this past weekend, watch out. Because they're in an easy division. And they can do the one thing that every team in this league wishes they could do, and that's run the ball effectively. Obviously the Ravens can too, but so let's get to some more games here. Let's talk Texans for a minute. Jesus, I don't even want to, but we have to. What a nightmare. The Texans have now scored 8 points in their last 3 road games combined. They got shut out in Buffalo 40-0. They scored 3 points against the Colts, and they mustered 5 points. Two of those was the defense. The offense has scored 6 points in 3 road games. Tony said, hey, Texans are only 4 games back. We got this. We ain't got nothing, homie. But after that 30-7-21 victory over the Jags, they looked competitive against the Browns. Not very good against the Panthers. Awful against the Bills. Competitive against the Patriots. Awful against the Colts and awful against the Cardinals. The anomaly here is that 31-21 road game. Jen, what's up with your Browns letting these awful-ass Texans score 21 on the road? I'll tell you what's up with it. Tyrod Taylor. That's the difference here. I'm not saying the Texans win all of these games. But boy, what a difference Tyrod Taylor made for this offense. He had Brandon Cooks looking good. Brandon Cooks nowhere to be found, it feels like. And he's still putting up okay numbers. But this Texas team is bad. I saw somebody say, what was it, John Lopez? John Lopez, I guess, wrote an article or said on the radio or made the proclamation that this team could be as bad as the inaugural expansion Texans back in 2002 or whenever they came into the league. And then he made the proclamation he was wrong. They're worse. They're not good. I'm going to tell you that right now. The fact that they put up 37 and 21 the first two games of the season is the only reason they're not the lowest scoring team in football right now. The only reason. This is a bad football team up and down this lineup, up and down this roster. There's not a position that you look at and go, they're dominant there. I get it. Brandon Cooks was having a really good year. Cool. There's not a single position that I would think that when they play another team, even maybe the Jags is the only exception. But I don't think there's a single position that this team is better than the opposing team at. It's that bad right now. And we knew this was going to, as fans, we knew this was going to be a crap year. But God bless, it's hard to watch. Not even long snapper. They got rid of Weeks. They suck at long snapper now. I mean, you knew going in as a fan, you were like, all right, it's kind of like the 100 lost years of the Astros. And it's kind of like what the Rockets are going to be. You're like, they're going to be bad for a while. But God damn. At least with the Rockets already, Jalen Green went off for 30 this weekend. And only Michael Jordan did that in his third game. It took, they named other names. It took other guys longer, but there was only like 5 rookies to ever hit 30. And there, I guess, I don't remember what it was. Like, at least, I mean, you have, you know what I mean? Like, when the Astros were losing 100, you still had Jose Altuve out there at 5'3", smashing the ball all over the place. The fuck you just watching? Everybody's just watching fucking Davis Mills' neck. It's awful. It's not even like I if it wasn't for taking a nap, I wouldn't even give a shit. It's just good nap time for me on Sundays when the Texans play. I am not even lying to you. I was like, should I just go do the yard or watch the Texans? I was like, I'm not watching the Texans. I'll take a nap. I put it on and I'm literally asleep within the first quarter. Period. And Carter said, I wonder if Texans have the lowest roster percentage of players in fantasy football nationwide. Who would you put? Brandon Cooks is a great bye-week wide receiver. And that's what he was for me this week. Who are you starting? It's not Phillip Lindsay, Mark Ingram, or David Johnson. It's not Davis Mills. It's Brandon Cooks, and they're not even, 2 field goals in 3 games on the road. You're not starting their kicker. It's awful. And David Culley was the most positive human being on the planet. Even he looks broken on the sidelines. You just see him watching going. You see him talking to the referee. He's like, is that true? Do we do that? Referee's like, yeah, y'all did that. He's like, Jesus. Okay, buddy. I got you. Fuck. It's bad. It's real bad. At least the Jets have Zach Wilson to be hopeful about, right? The Lions got Jared Goff They got nothing, man. They got absolutely nothing. I'm trying to pull up the standings here. Why the hell is this going so slow? They're 1-6. Their plus minus ratio is a minus 106. Do you know whose ratio is worse than nobody? Even the Jets are a minus 95 and they've only scored 80 points. Look at that. They've only scored 97 points. And again, I tell you, that 51 that they scored in the first two games or whatever it was a godsend. That's just, look how atrocious that offense is. There is 2 offenses in football that haven't scored 100 points yet. The Jets and the Texans. I mean, even the Lions, for fuck's sake, have 128. But yeah, they're giving up 200 like the Texans have. Look at that. The Texans and the Chiefs, when did you ever think you'd compare those two teams? They've both given up 203 points on the season. There's legitimate, and I remember Jerome Solomon fussing at me. This ain't a bad football team. Bro, what? I should ask him to come on this show and apologize. You know, he'd be so pissed. This is a terrible ass football team. It's garbage. Garbage. They looked better when they had Tyrod Taylor. But right now, shit. And get ready because Zach Cunningham is about to get traded. And I don't know. I mean, what are you keeping? I wouldn't be surprised if they traded Brandon Cooks at this point. Get ready, Nico Collins. You're the one. Get Brandon Cooks. Move David Johnson or Mark Ingram to a team that needs a running back. Just start stockpiling, bro. It ain't happening. It's terrible, man. It's so freaking sad. Joe Pro said, my local radio station doesn't even play the Texans anymore. They've been playing high school football reruns. Oh, hey, that's no doubt. You know, JJ and D-Hop were happy about that. I mean, wouldn't you be? Let's go look at their box score real quick, by the way. I meant to look at that. In the box score, Arizona rushed for 172 yards. D-Hop had 7 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown. Nothing crazy. I mean, they kind of spread it out. Zach Ertz on National Tight End Day did pretty well. Almost had a fumble there at the goal line, but you know, there was a few moments, I got to give credit where credit is due, where the front four of the Texans was getting after it. It was kind of surprising, but it was just few and far between, but they showed promise. But I couldn't even get excited about it. I was like, okay, whatever. J.J. Watt had 1 total tackle. It was a solo tackle for a loss, and he celebrated like he had won the Super Bowl. And okay. Good for him. And he had a QB hit. What's up, Richard Vales? Good to see you, buddy. Hey, Pete. What's up, homie? Pete said the top 3 QBs for the next 15 years will soon be Herbert, Burrows, and Mahomes. I think you're leaving some names off there. I mean, I guess you're going top 3. No Lamar Jackson. Russ probably plays 3 more years at least. Aaron Rodgers plays 3 more. Oh, you said 15 years. Top 3 quarterbacks for 15 years. Oh, you need to add Deshaun Watson to that list, homie. For sure. I would take Burrow off and replace him with Deshaun Watson because once he finds a home, and Lamar too. So, Pete just coming in, firing off. Yeah, nice to see Burrow prove he's better than Lamar. Well, I don't know if I'm going to go that far. It is definitely a team game. Let's do that game. Let's recap that game. Let's see here. Let's go to scores. I think that game surprised a lot of folks. Now, White Magic, by the way, White Magic, where are you at? You asked me for 2 locks. You said I want to bet my mortgage, and I gave you 2 and both hit. So where's my cut? Huh? Where's my cut? I told you take the Bengals and the points, they'll cover. And I told you take the Titans and the points and they'll cover. Where's my money at? You sent me my commission. I gave you 2 locks of the century and they both hit. You asked for 1. I gave you 2, famo, and they both hit. Don't ever underestimate the Laminator 5000 spreadsheet. Just don't look at the overall result. But those 2 locks, that doesn't mean there's a lock tonight. That's not how the spreadsheet works. You don't get a lock for 1 game. You get a lock for the weekend. And I gave you 2. Well, man, I said I got you, bro. I just one more for tonight for the trifecta. Oh, what'd you do? What'd you go with tonight? He's spending your commission, keeping Rev good in jail. Okay. So look, this game surprised a lot of people. And I think if you've been paying attention, number one, you knew that Cincinnati's defense is really, really good. Cincinnati has been balling out all year on defense. Joe Burrow has shown flashes and signs, but managed to put together quite the offensive output, statistically at least. Bengals rush for 111. Burrow throws for 416. I think part of the problem with the Ravens is, and I know that they have that vaunted rushing attack, right? You look at the Ravens, and even though they lost their feature backs, they replace them with Devontae Freeman and Le'Veon Bell, and it appears they haven't missed a beat in the running game. The problem is Lamar Jackson was still their best option to run the ball. And I understand, and the problem is when you rely so heavily on one guy, at least with the Chiefs, for example, yeah, Mahomes is the guy, right? But Tyreek Hill, you can run some jet sweeps, you can get him the ball. You know, Clyde Edwards-Helaire was the man. Travis Kelce, you had options here. That Ravens defense, that Ravens team is only going to go as far as Lamar can carry them. Because when you look at them offensively, I mean, Devontae Freeman and Le'Veon Bell didn't have jobs in week 1. They only have jobs because of injury. Or they might be backups somewhere else. Hollywood Brown is okay. He had, 3 or 4 drop touchdown passes in 1 game? So he's not consistent enough to look at it. Jamar Chase played out of his mind. 200 yards receiving. Ridiculous. The Ravens are a good football team. They're 5-2 for a reason. They're a good football team. I don't want to take that away. What I do want to suggest is that I think everybody really needs to pay attention to the Bengals this year. The defense is really good. The offense is starting to click. In fact, I saw somebody tweet something out and I thought, wow, that is really poignant. I think I don't know if Pete is dating Joe Burrow, but Pete, bro, you're a Joe Burrow honk, aren't you? Here's the thing. The offense is starting to put it together. But Pete, it's the NFL, bro. They can go on a 5-game skid like that. Trust me, the Bengals can miss the playoffs. Now, their defense is going to keep them in it, but the Bengals can absolutely miss the playoffs. But if you're going to sit here and try to sell me a bill of goods that Joe Burrow is a better quarterback right now than Lamar Jackson, you crazy. You want to tell me that over the next 5 years he has the potential to be? I would listen. But not right now, homie. Not right now. Now, the defense is good enough to keep them in almost every game. The offense is starting to click. So this wasn't what I'm saying, the Ravens aren't a bad football team. The Bengals weren't getting credit for how good they are and can be, especially if Jamar Chase keeps playing like he's playing and Joe Burrow keeps playing like he's playing. Jamar Chase is playing out of his mind right now. Tony said Davis Mills is better than Joe Burrow. Who asked me to apologize? I don't understand that. Yeah, Burrow got 48 points in fantasy this week. That's crazy. Oh, Lance McCullers out for the World Series. Well, that sucks. Exactly. Playing better right now is different than being a better player. Man, Pete. Pete, you got some orange on your lips, bro. It ain't it like Pete. I get it. Joe Burrow's having a good go of it, man. No, Donna, there was questions that he might be able to play. I think there was like a 20% chance they felt like that Lance McCullers could play. Maybe 25. It wasn't great. I mean, the odds were he wasn't going to play. But there was some hope. So let's just so Pete will at least drop it and let us talk about other topics. Cause I'm with you, Pete. Your Bengals look good, buddy. But they're not winning the Super Bowl. Like we can agree on that, right, Pete? I know you feel that way. There you go. Is that what you're telling me? Statistically, they're better, Pete? Statistically, they're better? You're right. Joe Burrow has more passing yards than Lamar Jackson. 13 more. Are you Pete said I'm not a Bengals fan. Are you a Lamar Jackson hater? Are you like a Steelers fan? Well, no, because you wouldn't be blowing up the Bengals that much. 13 yards, Pete. You talked all that shit in the chat for 13 yards. God damn it, Pete. Come on, man. Get your shit together. 13 yards. Oh, Lord Jesus. Well, let's look at rushing yards, Pete. How many rushing yards and touchdowns does Joe Burrow have? What is the 8 right there? Let's see. That is, hold on, touchdowns. Burrow has 17. Lamar Jackson has 10. QBR or passer rating 109 to 107. So now let's go to rushing yards, Pete. Let's see. You got Henry, Taylor, Mixon. Oh, look at that. Lamar Jackson, the 5th highest rushing yards. The 5th highest rushing total in football. He's got more rushing yards as a quarterback than there's only 5 running backs in football that have more rushing yards than Lamar Jackson. How? Well, you're right. Numbers don't lie. What is Joe Burrow doing? He ain't running the ball like that. Bro, that's a huge part of their game. You can't just discount that. Oh, that doesn't count. Are you shitting me? That'd be like you're taking away rushing yards from like guys like Mike Vick or Patrick Mahomes or even Aaron Rodgers, who's on the list at number 12. You can't just discount the fact that he can run the ball like that and tell me that Joe Burrow's the better quarterback. If you want to tell me Joe Burrow's a better passer, but overall is a better quarterback, stop it, famo. Stop it. I'm not entertaining any more of this in the chat. We're done with this conversation. Find something new. You have hijacked this show, and I am done with this nonsensory. This is a ridiculous conversation. Joe Burrow is not a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. End of story. Stop talking about it. We're moving on, Pete. I'm not reading any more of your chats. That's silliness. Talk about other games here. We still have a lot of games to get to. It's 3:07. We got to get to a break here in just a second. Packers did their thing against Washington. We don't need to talk about that. Titans, Falcons, Dolphins was apparently exciting. No one gave a shit. I'm not watching that. Didn't want to watch it. Patriots rolled the Jets. Who gives a shit about that either? There's a lot of blowouts, right? A lot of blowouts. That one surprised me. I'm not going to lie. This Giants-Panthers game, that surprised me. Sam Darnold shit the bed. Sam Darnold went all Jets. I guess when you're in New York, he still plays like a Jet. Got benched. PJ Walker. Go Roughnecks! PJ Walker got in the game. His QBR was pretty sweet at 2.8. Pete, seriously, stop hijacking the chat with it, bro. I don't want to have to time you out, but, bro, relax. You got to let other people chat. This isn't the Barry on Deck for Pete show. Like, we're moving on. I need the chat to move on. Stop. Yeah, Sam Darnold shit the bed bad, CC. Real bad. Like real, real bad. Let the Giants get one in the division, right? That's why you're mad. Daniel Jones, though, hey, 203. Okay, that's not good. Despite how bad he was, they still end up beating the Panthers 25-3. What? That surprised me. I thought the Panthers might play a little better than that. I mean, the Giants are just not a good football team. If Daniel Jones can throw for 200 yards and beat an NFL squad, that'll tell you a lot. It tells you everything you need to know about the NFL squad, at least for that week. Not a good look. Lions, boy, the Lions just cannot score 20 points, can they? I feel like if we go back and look at all these, Lions, like, look at that. 17, 17, 14, 17, 11, 19. They scored 33 points against the Niners in week 1 and have not scored 20 since. And that's still not as bad as the Texans. Texans fans would love to see their team score 19 points. They got that on the road. They got 17 on the road, 14 on the road, 17. Come on, man. Lions are such a bad football team, but you feel like if of all the shitty football teams, the Lions might be closer than the rest. I think if you had to pick, if I made you pick like who's the best, worst football team, and the Lions still haven't won a game, and I feel like they're a better football team. If the Lions played the Jets and the Dolphins, the Jags and the Texans, those are all the one-win teams. Jets, Dolphins, Jags, Texans, and then the Lions haven't won a game yet. I'm telling you, if you had a tournament of suck. Oh, yeah, scoregami. Yeah, that's true. There was a scoregami. 31-5. That's never been done in the league. There's never been a game decided by 31-5. That's what now, 1,061 different combinations of final scores. But of all the suck teams, right? So you've got the Jets, the Dolphins, the Jags, the Texans, and the Lions. You probably give the team with the best plus minus a first round bye. And that would be, wow, the Jags at a minus 56 have the lowest plus minus. Well, it's really just minus. So Jags get a first round bye. So in the bracket of suck, we'll go by plus minuses here. The Texans are minus 106, so they're the lowest seed. The highest seed would be the Lions. So I think the Lions would beat the Texans, which would mean that the Jets and Dolphins would play each other. I'll take the Dolphins in that matchup. And then now you've got Dolphins, Lions. Oh, who else? Why did I give them a bye? Oh, I guess I had to. I guess I should have gave two teams a bye. Well, it doesn't make sense. Well, this is harder than it needs to be. What I'm saying is, I feel like the Lions beat all the sucky teams. I think the Lions could beat the Jets, the Dolphins, the Colts, and the Jags and the Texans. It sucks, but what you gonna do? Right now, as bad as the Texans are, still don't have the first pick in the draft. Right now, the Texans would be picking what? 1, 2, 3, 4. At the worst, they'd be picking 5th. Unbelievable. We should figure out who is the worst QB in the league. Mills is a backup, and he don't count. The worst QB in the league? Man, let's run through it real quick. It's got to be Joe Burrow, right, Pete? Right, Pete? I think Pete got mad and left because I told him to chill. I mean, God, you can't hijack the chat, bro. It's a whole ass show. I want you to stay. I want you to enjoy the show, but goddamn. So, no. Too young. Tua, no. Bengals, Ravens, Browns, Steelers. Titans, Colts, Jags. Might be the Jags right now, Trevor Lawrence. Taylor Heineke, maybe. Yeah, probably not bad. Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos. No, Bridgewater's not the worst. Taylor Heineke, maybe. Oh, Daniel Jones might be a good option there. Packers, Vikings, Bears, Lions, Bucks, Saints, Falcons, Panthers. Oh, give me Sam Darnold in that mix too. Yeah, so I'm going to go Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones, Trevor Lawrence, Taylor Heineke, and that's it right now. I think those four. And I think of those four, well, Heineke's a backup. Heineke was backing up Fitzpatrick. So if we're not going to include Davis Mills, then you can't include Heineke. So it's either Daniel Jones. What did I say? It's either Daniel Jones, Trevor Lawrence, or Sam Darnold. I think it comes down to Daniel Jones or Sam Darnold. I'm going to go Sam Darnold. Yeah, I'm going to go Sam Darnold. Worst starting quarterback in football. You disagree? You disagree? Where's Pete? Pete, where you at? You're the know-it-all. Who's worse, Pete? Sam Darnold or Daniel Jones? Pete was out here making white magic sound sensible. No, Teddy Bridgewater is not terrible. No, excuse me. He's not great, but he's not the worst quarterback in football. You really think that, KD? You think Teddy Bridgewater is worse than Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones? No way. No way, dude. Strong disagree. Strong disagree. What else is on the schedule? Let's get to a break. It's 3:15. Jesus, this show flew by. That's crazy. Let's see the schedule real quick. We can come back and talk some more. Niners, Colts. That was an ugly game. Tampa, Houston, Los Angeles, and Detroit, Vegas, Philly. I guess we've covered it all. We can talk a little bit about tonight. We can see what the Laminator 5000 did. We'll do all that. Let's get to a break because little Uzi Vert did a weather report for you guys, and I'll be damned if we're not going to get to the weather today. So let's take a quick break. I'm going to go get a refill. Hold on. Zoom out. I'm going to go get a refill. You guys are going to go get a refill. We have a birthday I need to get to after the break. We're going to get to that. And then we'll talk some college football AP poll. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about baseball and what happened over the weekend. We'll do a little more in-depth World Series talk tomorrow because it is World Series Eve. So we'll do that, and we'll get to some other stuff because Jeff Passan wrote an article, and he can still suck it. Baseball has been testing an automated strike zone. We'll talk about that a little bit. And I've got a new record for sneakers was made. Michael Jordan sold some game-worn sneakers from his rookie season sold, and I'll tell you how much they went for. Plus, I got a bunch of non-sport stuff we can get to. All that and more right after this break. Don't go anywhere. Go pee, poop, whatever it is you do during the break. We'll be right back on Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Stick around through the break.
Hey Deckhead, Steven Usick, aka Steven the Weather Guy here with your BiffNet forecast update. Well, I'm back after a couple weeks off. I'm back to it. This week we're looking at some pretty pleasant weather once we get to midweek. The first couple days this week are going to be like summer-like. High temperatures will be near 90 degrees, lows in the 70s. So it's going to feel nasty out there for the first couple days this week, Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, rain showers come in as a cold front starts to blow in. After that, the rest of the week, we're looking at temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, and then in the morning lows, probably in the mid to upper 50s, and no humidity. So it's going to be really, really nice out there the rest of the week. As for Halloween, we're looking at temperatures probably in the upper 70s during the day. Come trick-or-treat time, we're probably going to fall into the mid to low 70s, depending on what time you go out trick-or-treating. But, you know, it should be a really nice, comfortable Halloween, unlike the past few years where it's been pretty warm. You know, as for dressing up, it gets real hot. So it should be really comfortable. And hope you have a great rest of the week. Stick around after the break or go fuck yourself.
what's up? Thank you guys for sticking around through the break. Those of you that did, those of you who didn't, can suck it, as Steven said. Good job, Uzi, on the weather report. Thank you for getting that done for us and keeping us abreast of what's happening over the Halloween weekend. CC is going to be in Minnesota. I'm guessing for Cowboys. Aren't they in Minnesota? I will be in Tulsa this week. Let's see what the weather's like in Tulsa. The fine city of Tulsa, Oklahoma. I imagine it's not going to be too cold, right? 10-day forecast. Yeah, it's good. 75, 63, 63, 63, 68, 67. Lows in the upper 40s. Little rain on Wednesday. Of course, when I drive up, it's going to rain. Of course. I'll see you Saturday, heartthrob. Don't be trying to get me all naked and stuff and where I have to skip Sports Right like Westling did. Yeah, of course it's going to rain while I drive up on Wednesday. Hell yeah, it is, because Laminac. Walt's going to Vegas. It's going to be hot. What's up, Shelby? Dear God, I was trapped at Discount Tire for 2.5 hours. Oh, my God, yeah. Getting tires is such a hassle. You'll be as salty as John Westing. I don't even know what that means. What happened? What did you, did you guys do a salt bath or something? I don't know. I'm not a go-out kind of guy, so I wouldn't expect anything more than us hanging out for a little while after the show. I'm not a go out guy. I've never been that guy. Oh, you betcha. All right, let's get to the show. So let's talk. We got the weather. Let's see here, pallies. AP poll. Let's do that. Oh, we got to do the Laminator 5000. We didn't do that. Let me pull that up. Here we go. What the hell? Oh, there it is. I was like, what's going on with the Laminator 5000? And zoom out. All right, so here's the spreadsheet, Laminator 5000 for week 7. This is how we did, famo. Let's get rid of this. Hide that column. We'll hide this column. Here's the over-unders. I didn't even go through it and register what they actually were. I think I hit it. Let's unhide that for a second. So these were the predictive scores here. These were your actual scores here. So you can see, for the most part, Carolina Giants was way off. That didn't happen. I think that surprised a lot of people. 54-13. Obviously, the Patriots scoring 54 is an anomaly. 30-28 was the final score. 2-point difference. Spreadsheet said it'd be a 2-point difference, but it's predicted 25-23. Spreadsheet said that the Titans Chiefs was basically a push game. Obviously that didn't happen. Packers were supposed to win by 5 over the football team. I still need to update that. So let me see. So I didn't get the Browns or Packers. So against the spread, we went, let's see here. Colts covered, so we'll add that. Yeah. So against the spread, we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So against the spread, we're 6-5 this week so far. That's respectable. We hit our 2 locks of the week. Let's talk some Texans. We already talked Texans, bro. You can't show up with 40 minutes left in the show and start dictating what we talk. You already missed Texans talk. They suck. What else you need to talk about? Tonight, the Laminator 5000 says it should be about a 25-20 game, Saints over the Seahawks. That's a 5-point spread, and lo and behold, that's what Vegas is saying it should be. They say that the actual over-under is 43. The Laminator's saying 45, so take the over. This is never, I'm usually pretty close on the over-under number, but that means it's really hard to predict unless it's way off, right? So for example, this one was so skewed. This one was Vegas set the over-under at 42.5. The Laminator 5000 said it would be about 40. And then they end up getting 67. So what the hell? So we obviously missed on that. So I take the red there. And I make note of missing on that. And then for this one, for example, it was 48 and they were saying 47.5. So I was pretty close to what Vegas thought the number would be. They scored 58 and we took the over because of that little difference between the two, the 0.8. So we got that one right. But yeah, the over-unders usually don't hit on this for some reason because it's very hard. If you're pretty accurate on what the number might be, then it's hard to predict what it is. See, 50.2, 49. This one wasn't close. 45, 41. So you felt like you should have taken the over and it went the opposite. We already covered that too, D-Mata. L-Dot said, damn. We can talk something else though, L-Dot. Pick another topic that we haven't talked about. We pretty much covered the NFL. Was just looking at tonight's game from a numbers perspective. I don't really like either of these. I don't like the over-under. Although, when you look at, so like these numbers, the further away you get from zero, the more confident you should be in taking whatever the spreadsheet says. So a 2.85 is a decent distance away from the over-under. Not great, though. The biggest was Browns and Panthers, and we missed on both of those. So there you go. $20 says L-Dot loves Joe Burrow. No way. L-Dot, you a Joe Burrow fan? We just had Pete in here who wouldn't stop sucking off Joe Burrow for half the show. So don't be that guy, L-Dot. Good to have you, though, man. Thanks for being here. Make sure you follow the channel. We do this every day, 2 to 4, hanging out, talking sports and shit, man. Just kicking it, having a good time. All right, so here's what it says, and we're going to move on to the AP poll. Let's talk a little college football. But the Laminator's spreadsheet says take the Saints to win straight up by a margin of 5, 25 to, we'll call it 21. That's a 4-point spread. Vegas says it's a 5-point spread. Vegas also says the over-under is 43. We say take the over at 45. But I wouldn't bet the game. I also think New Orleans with no Russell Wilson covers that 5. So there you go. Take the Saints, give the points. Saints win straight up, and they cover and take the over. That's what the spreadsheet says. Probably miss on all that. So there you go. All right, let's do a little AP poll nonsense because there was college football, even though I feel like a week, I guess. I know this is going to surprise a lot of you. Zoom out. Bama now in the top 3. Just can't keep Bama down no matter what, right? Bama moves up to the top 3 because, what, they beat Tennessee? Well, whoop-de shit. As long as Bama wins, they're always going to be moved up, no matter what. It's kind of stupid. And I understand they're that good of a team. But they ain't moving nobody else up like that. They ain't moving nobody else up like that. So Bama, the highest one-loss team in the country at number 3, ahead of OU. And look, I've told you, I don't think OU is worthy of a playoff spot. Yeah, they're undefeated at 8-0, but boy, they have looked like trash. And they have gotten away with some wins. And besides that, who have they beaten other than Texas? And they had to come from behind to beat Texas after getting their ass whooped for most of the game. So OU doesn't impress me at all. And I think they're extremely overrated at being a playoff team at 8-0 and number 4 in the country. I'd rather see Ohio State up there. I think Michigan might be better than them. Hell, I think Iowa at 6-1 might be better than OU. But there you go. Georgia stays at number 1. Cincinnati stays at number 2. Bama moves up to number 3. OU falls to number 4. Ohio State stays at 5. Michigan stays at number 6. Oregon at number 7. I still like Oregon, even though they have the one loss. I think they got a pretty talented squad over there. Michigan State at number 8. Iowa at 9. Also like them, even with one loss. And Ole Miss sitting at number 10, getting their popcorn ready. Don't look now. What? Aggies jumped up 3 spots thanks to Oak State. Sorry, Philip Bernard. Sorry, buddy. Gerald, reigning national champs defeated JSU. Okay. Well, why we're but OU falls 7 spots, so of course everybody moves up because of it. Penn State falls 13 spots, and again everybody moves up because of it as long as you won. Coastal Carolina fell 10 spots. BYU, my adopted home city, well, Provo of my adopted home city. Coach O going to Tech. You think so, CC? You think that's where he'll go? I don't know, girl. I don't know if Tech would want Coach O right now. I mean, I'm sure they would. But there you go. There's your newest top 25. Coaches poll pretty much aligned with it. I mean, in fact, until you get to Oregon, Michigan State, top 6 are identical. So, any surprises there? In the A&M, the highest ranked 2-loss team. Kind of on schedule with what I predicted. They still got 1 loss in them, folks. Don't sleep on it. They still got 1 loss in them. Andrew said, thanks for going easy on Penn State. Oh, no. Oh no. I mean, I think it's only reason I took it easy on them was because, Andrew, down here, the Big 12 and the SEC reign supreme. Unless there's somebody playing out of their mind well from the Pac-12 or the Big 10, we usually don't cover it a lot. But we can talk. We can talk about 9 overtimes. 9 overtimes? Bro, what happened? Did you see where they brought Key from Key and Peele in? And he took the place of James Franklin in the team meeting. Maybe that was bad luck. Because look, Illinois is not a good football team. Illinois, 3-5? 3-5. Beat Nebraska, beat the Clit, and then beat PSU. After losing to Wisconsin 24-0, Purdue and UVA, UTSA. Congratulations, Andrew. You pull for a squad that lost to University of Texas San Antonio, who are undefeated. Suck it. Wow, look at that. They beat Illinois, Lamar, Memphis, UNLV, Western Kentucky, and Rice. And wow, good stuff. Andrew says, new overtime rule. They shouldn't count 9 overtimes. Key is a PSU alum, and is there most years at least once. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I didn't know he does that all the time. Well, does he usually do that around a loss? Maybe wait till the end of the year to do it. Maybe do it during volleyball. I don't know. Oklahoma is really bad. I mean, look, Eric, you're not going to get any argument out of me. I keep saying this. OU is not worthy of a playoff spot, and yet there they are. And Justin said, I called it Spencer Rattler falling apart. Yeah. How long was that airtime? How long was what airtime? I don't know what that means. UH beat SMU, and they'll be in the 20s. Let's see. They're still getting the also votes. They got 12 others receiving votes. They got 12 ORVs. Yeah. SMU. Wow, SMU's undefeated. I didn't even really realize that. 7-0. Huh. Oh, look, and there they're talking about the tech job. Sonny Dykes of SMU and Jeff Traylor of UTSA. Well, I imagine I'm an OU fan. We're definitely overrated. Yeah. I think 9 overtimes maybe is a little much. I don't want there to be a tie. So I guess you got to keep playing. And let's be real, it's not 9 overtimes like nine extra periods. I was going to say quarters, but that wouldn't make sense. There's no such thing as 9 quarters. But it's not like they played 9, 10-minute or 12-minute or whatever it is. Quarters, 12 or 15 in college. I guess 15. It's just a series. It's 3 and out or a series of 25 yards. So it's just nine possessions each way. It's 9 possessions. I'm okay with that. You could probably get 9 possessions and a half, right? Especially if you go 3 and out. It's not even a series now. Oh, really? Oh, do they get down to where it's just 1 play? Oh, they trade plays after 2. Oh, I didn't realize that. Wow. Oh, well, see, that's not a big deal then. I like that. What's wrong with that? I kind of dig that. Third OT is just 2-point attempts. Okay. So what's the problem? I don't mind that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The problem is, Andrew, Penn State shouldn't be letting anybody, well, especially teams like the Fighting Illini, take them to 9 overtimes. Yeah, it does make overtime misleading. Yeah, and they're starting at the 25, exactly. Oh, all right. What does next week's college football schedule look like? I feel like this week's college football schedule is meh. Doesn't look like there's much on the docket. At least, let's see. Wednesday, Coastal Carolina, SMU plays, Tulane. Any marquee matchups next week? Nope. Cincinnati and Navy, Oklahoma, Kansas, Bama, Tennessee. No. Ole Miss, LSU used to be something you cared about. I don't think anybody would give a shit anymore. Notre Dame, USC, same. A&M, South Carolina, no one cares. NC State, Miami, I mean, there's just no good football games next week either. Yeah. I mean, especially amongst the ranked teams. Wow. It'll be a pretty sad Saturday. Oh, that's this week. What the hell am I doing? Thank you, CC. Duh. I was like, wait a minute. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, well, okay. There we go. Michigan State. That should be a pretty good game. Yeah, I don't know who I would say there. Usually you could say, oh, I think Michigan might. I don't know, man. It's 2 pretty good teams. Is that the only 2 teams that are ranked, matched up? Georgia, Florida. That should be a good game no matter what, but it won't be. Georgia will blow Florida out, but it should be. OU Tech, no big deal. Oregon, Colorado, no one gives a shit. Wake Forest, Duke. Oh, there you go. Auburn, Ole Miss. That might be all right to watch. There you go. There's your Houston, SMU. Ohio State, Penn State's not going to be fun. Although that would be like some shit that would happen. Right? Penn State's going to go out and lose to Illinois in 9 overtimes and then come back and beat Ohio State just because that's the kind of season it's been. But yeah, it looks like the best couple of matchups, Ole Miss, Auburn, and Michigan State. Okay, well, that was better than this past week. Past week was garbage. So, cool. What else we got? Oh, let's do this. Well, real quick, I just wanted to bring this to your attention. But Jeff Passan wrote an article. I don't need that kind of talk, Laminate. Yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad, Jen. I'm not saying it's just because it's Ohio State. I'm just saying that's the kind of season that it's been, is that would happen. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm saying that's the kind of season it's been that it would happen like that. Is UH really favored over SMU? No. That's crazy talk. Let's go look real quick. All right, that's silly talk. Let's see. I mean, they got it as a 50-50. Oh, yeah, they sure are. 1-point favorite at home. at the Ted coup. At the Ted coup. What is it called? Ted coup? I don't know. Well, good for you, Ben. Maybe Handsome Tony was right. Maybe they get a dub and become a ranked football squad. I wouldn't hold my breath, nor would I guess that most people go. So Jeff Passan, notorious Astro hater, got absolutely murdered on the interwebs this past week, writing a 5,000 word essay about pitch number 268. As if anyone gave a shit other than Passan and a few crybaby assholes. I mean, I think Jeff Passan hopes that people click and read because they know they hate the Astros. But it was the most mealy-mouthed crybaby bullshit piece I've read in a long time. And I've read a lot of stuff about these crying assholes hating the Astros. So now this dude writes an article that says, MLB playoffs 2021, love them or hate them, the Houston Astros are really this good. And then he feels like he's got to just cover. Look at all the words. Look at all the words, Jeff. Yeah, get those clicks, buddy. This guy is such a hoe. I swear to God. Like, if you're going to hate the Astros, bro, just hate the Astros. But don't sit there and write all that bullshit about the Astros and then write this piece to try to go, see, I tell it like it is. I don't hate the Astros. Yeah, you do. You're an East Coast baseball cuck, Jeff Passan. That's what you are. You are an East Coast baseball cuck. You are a Yankees and Red Sox, and the hell, we'll throw in the Dodgers simp. That's what you are. You're a victim simp. All these teams act like they're the victims. I got news for you, Jeff. I got news for everybody that's pissed off that the Astros cheated in 2017. It's 2021. They didn't cheat, and they're in the World Series. So I would like to invite everyone to shut the fuck up about cheating. What we're talking about is 2021. The 2017 season is over. The cheating scandal has been completed. They have punished everybody. We've all moved on. Baseball has moved on this year. Nobody is cheating. I mean, they're cheating, but they're not cheating like that. And that's not just the Astros in general. All the teams are cheating. I mean, we went through all the spider tack stuff and Garrett Cole notoriously. But there's no more electronic sign stealing and banging of trash cans. So while I think it's great if Jeff Passan wants to write all these articles about like it or not, the Astros are good, this doesn't make up for the bullshit that you write otherwise, Jeff. Period. I just think it's like, when you see these guys with this axe to grind, dude, just own it. I would much rather you just own it and be like, hey, I don't like the Astros. So I'm going to talk all this shit for as long as I'm a writer. But don't start writing, if you're going to be a cuck for these other teams, don't start writing articles like this now and then try to claim objectivity. Oh, I'm objective. No, you're not. No, you're not. This was you and your bosses decided, well, I guess we better write something. We've shit on this team for 3 years now, or 2.5. We better write something good because they're in the World Series, like it or not. And they're the biggest market in baseball left, media-wise and population-wise. And then I see some people out there, the best two teams didn't make it into the World Series. I think that was a Deadspin article. Hey, fuck you too, Deadspin. Dumb bitches. Guess how often the best teams in baseball make it to the World? Never, you dumbasses. Never. Never. I would be willing to bet you it's been almost a damn decade since the teams with the best record have made the World Series. Never. So shut up about it. You're always going to get, I mean, fuck, when the Giants are out here winning Super Bowls, did you write that article, Deadspin? Dumbass hoes. No, you didn't. You didn't. Because it's New York, baby. Eli and the Giants can suck it. They were a fucking wild card team. You ain't writing those articles, are you? If you're mad at the Astros, then just be mad at them, but don't pretend like you want to hide it. Just don't hide it. Just write it. I mean, I did see one guy who was like, "This is all a sham and a scam. This is stupid." It's like, well, okay. David Nuno was like, journalist. Is it 2013? Oh, wow. I saw John Lee posted the two best records haven't been to the World Series. And see, you just know them. People that know baseball, people that watch baseball, people that give a shit about baseball know this. So for them to act like this is some big ass surprise on Deadspin, all right, you fucking nerd. Why don't you watch more than 2 baseball games a year and then write about it? I can't stand that shit, man. When people, these ass fans, these casual ass, fly-by-night, wishy-washy, flip-flopping ass fans that watch 3 games a year and are just like, I just need a cool shirt that says the asterisk Stros. You don't know shit about baseball, so shut the fuck up and quit writing about it. And that wasn't a message to Jeff Passan, but it probably could have been too. Yeah, both the best records. Because then that's still the argument, right? The 2 best teams in baseball didn't make the World Series. They never do. They never do. Fuck. Yeah, I did see that too, Tony. Let's talk about that fuck shit for a minute. Excuse my language. Hour number 2 is when we curse a lot, I guess. I was doing really good not cursing, and then I get all passionate and start cursing. John Boy, Jeff Passan should go to work for John Boy Media. You talk about 2 peas in a cuck pod. Holy fuck shit. At least John Boy owns his Yankeedom, right? And he tries to act like he's also, I was defending that. It's all bullshit. And Jeff Passan too. Hey, listen, I just write the articles. If that would have been the Astros on the other end, I would have wrote that too. No, you wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't have. Because if that were the case, you would have exposed everybody else that cheated in baseball. Jeff Passan, John Boy. But y'all didn't. So don't come with that. We're not dumb, okay? The rest of the country might love this bullshit. The fact is, if you have any semblance of fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Can't think of the word I'm looking for. Right versus wrong? I don't know. The crazy thing to me about John Boy and Jeff Passan and all these guys is they want to get mad when you call them out, or they want to defend themselves. Credibility. Thank you, Ben. That was the one. They want to defend themselves by saying, well, I'm being objective. But you're not. Dandy Dan Integrity would have been a good one too. You're not being objective if all you do is write articles that slander the Astros after we already know that they've cheated. Now you're just piling on and celebrating in their demise. That's what you're doing. Because you get the sense that if this was the Dodgers or the Yankees, they might have wrote about it. They wouldn't have carried on like this for years. And that's what it's been. So, Jeff, one article trying to profess that the Astros love them or hate them or this good. Go fuck yourself, Jeff. And I mean that with all due respect. Go fuck yourself. It's pathetic. It's sad. And the same thing with John Boy and them whack ass shirts. First of all, John Boy trying to sell any Astros merch is fucking hilarious and hypocritical. And just a 100% cash grab. And somebody even said it. There's way better Astros merch out there. Go to Apollo. what is it? Apollo Dez on Twitter, but Apollo Media has great shirts. There's tons of people locally that live here in Houston that have great Astro shirts that you can get. Go to them. Somebody just messaged me. Was like, "Hey Barry, want to send you some Astros gear?" I was like, "Okay." I mean, I'll let you. I'm not gonna turn it down. Hold on, I'll tell you who it was. Oh, that's sports right now. I need Twitter. It was Edu Shirt Co. Yeah, so go to the Edu Shirt Company and buy a shirt from them. Don't buy a fucking shirt. Yeah, 713 shirts. I forget. I got a shit ton of shirts from them. Go to the Edu Shirt Company. Don't go to John Boy Media. That'd be like buying a goddamn shirt from Mike Fires. Fuck out of here. Go to Apollo. Breaking Tea has good Astros merch too. I see their Instagram. I think I'm going to have to get one from them. Yeah, Breaking. Are they Astros only though? Oh, they are. Boy, they got some good ones. Oh, they got Milwaukee too though. Let's see. They go cities. Yeah, Houston. I feel like they kind of, this isn't what I saw though. There was another one on Instagram. Oh no, this is it. Yeah. They have some really good designs. I feel like they reuse these. Hold on, let me share this. Hold on. I'm gonna put this on the share screen. Zoom out. Yeah, like this is pretty good, but this isn't a local team. But these are, I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie, these are good designs. Jordan gonna Jordan. What time is it? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Thanks for the extra motivation. I like that Dusty one drinking out of the shoe. That's dope. Rake Myers. I mean, these are good. Oh, they're good quality too, Donna. That's good to know because I was thinking about buying one. I like that machete one. I really like this one for some reason. I like that King Tuck design, and I like that Altuve Grande design. Those are pretty dope. That's pretty dope. The Lance McCullers. Who's Your Daddy? That's a pretty good one. So I mean, yeah, these are good designs. Buy this shit. Don't buy that fucking. And look, that John Boy Media. Oh, let's go find John Boy Media. Hold on, zoom out. I don't like y'all seeing my search history. John Boy merch. Let's go fucking find John Boy's merch. Cuck ass shit. Hoe ass shit. Let's see. Zoom out. Dan's has good seafood. I don't know about Stroh's merch though. God damn it, Justin. I gotta start paying you as a fucking. Here you go. Look at this horse shit ass. Look at this horse shit ass. Get out of here. Get out of here. This old stupid ass shit. That is so whack. That is so whack. And how much is it? $28. Scram beat it, kid. And then they might as well for the A and then H-Town. Bro, first of all, the Astros official slogan was for the H. And the Braves is for the A. So you couldn't have made that for the Astros too? Oh, fuckface ass John Boy. Look at that bullshit. Look at this horseshit ass. Look at that raggedy ass design. Get out of here, cuck boy. Nobody wants this mealy mouth bullshit you're trying to sell. That's a shame. What was the Edu shirt website? Yeah, let me pull that up, Mimi. Let me see here. Zoom out. Let me find their thing. Let's see. I don't even know what they're going to send me. But they just said they were going to send me some shit. So I was like, okay. That's fine. Here we go. Zoom out. They had like some pretty cool, the camo one. Yeah, I dug that right there. That's pretty dope. So they have that. So it is edushirtco.com. edushirtco.com. Kiss My Asterisk is pretty good. Wooston, I'm not going to buy that. I'll tell you that right now. Damn, now they send me that. I'm sending it back. Ooh, that tank. Which tank? Kiss My Asterisk. This one? That one's on sale. $15. That's cheap as fuck. Yeah. Oh, this one. Yeah, that's pretty dope right there. I feel like now I'm just zooming in on her titties. That's weird. Yeah, so edushirtco.com. They're going to fire me off a couple shirts. I appreciate that and showed them some love. So I'll wear them on the TV station. Or on the TV show. I'll wear them here. But I ain't wearing no goddamn John Boy shirt. I'll tell you that much. Fuck that guy. All right. What was I going to do? Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to tell you guys about Dan's Seafood and Wings. Hey, listen. Justin Swinford. If you want the best seafood in the city of Houston, folks, I'm telling you right now, get your booty on over to Dan's Seafood and Wings. 2 locations for you. So no matter where you're at, you can get there within 30, 45 minutes max. I know for me, it's about a 40-minute drive. I still make that drive. I don't care. It's that good, people. 2 locations for you. One on the southwest side on South Gessner, one on the northeast side on Uvalde. Either way, the menu's the same. Check it out at eatatdans.com or on Instagram at eatatdans. You're going to love this food. I know Cisco's in the chat today, and he loves the lo mein. My wife, Nora, loves the boiled spicy shrimp. She literally will not eat anywhere else when it comes to shrimp. Look at Cece said it's 10 minutes from her. Oh, you lucky duck, you. You lucky duck, Cece. Only 10 minutes away from Cece. She eats there all the time. Is there a birthday party at Dan's? Is there a birthday party at Dan's? I don't know. Yep. Alex says the wings and salad. I'm telling you, all of the food is delicious at Dan's Seafood and Wings. Make sure you check it out. Go online, look at the food. It's like food porn, but go there, and they support the show, and they sponsor the fantasy leagues, all 4 of them, where we're giving away $800 in cash and prizes, all courtesy of Dan's Seafood and Wings. So if you're a deckhead and you support this show and you haven't gone to Dan's yet, I implore you to go check it out. You're going to absolutely love it. It's Dan's Seafood and Wings. Put some Dan's in your mouth. All right, now 1777 memorabilia said, anyone betting on Seahawks? Oh, God. No, don't do that. I think my spreadsheet had take the Saints, give the points, take the over. I don't know if I would take the over without Russell Wilson, but that's what the spreadsheet said, so you got to go by that. And then he also said Astros win game 1, easy money. Yeah. Game 2 worries me a little bit with Freed. Game 1 is Charlie Morton, though. Listen, folks, we're going to get into baseball tomorrow for sure, on Tuesday. I have bad feelings, and I hope I'm wrong, and usually I am. So, but there is the Astros are the prohibitive betting favorite at a -150, which I think that came down a little bit. But these pitching matchups right now do not favor the Astros. So there's cause for concern there. Did you hear Dana's big news? I did not hear Dana's big news. What is it, Aaron? Please tell me. Yeah, listen. Hey, 1777, don't sleep on that Charlie Morton effect. He loves pitching to Minute Maid, whether it's home or away. And don't think for 1 second. Don't think for 1 second that he doesn't want to come back here and put this team down 0-1. Dandy says, I have a bad feeling a lot. Well, I try to be objective, Dan. I try to be objective. I thought the Astros were going to win the series, the Red Sox series. Before the trade deadline, I told you this wasn't a World Series team. After the trade deadline, I told you it was. Without Lance McCullers, that made me a little nervous. You got to have a bad feeling when you don't have an ace and the closest thing you have to it gets injured. Would I feel better if Lance McCullers was in the World Series? Yeah. You watch Fromber and you watch Luis Garcia pitch, and it was great. By the way, did you guys watch the post game? First of all, they should never allow fans to be behind the post game again, and they didn't in the ALCS finale. Thank God they were on the field for the post game. Oh, what? Who did I miss birthdays? Oh, Cece forgot to like the show. How dare you, Cece? What did I see on the birthday front? I mean, we still have a birthday to do. I haven't forgotten it. Is it Eric's birthday month? Oh, is Iris in this having a birthday party at Dan's? What? Anyways, lot of cause for concern, but after the game, Alex Bregman was doing the panel. By the way, he looks broken. We'll talk again about him tomorrow, but Poppy gave him some advice. He said, Alex, I want to give you some advice. And we're all thinking he's going to get some great hitting advice from Big Poppy. And he goes, if you see Fromber or Luis Garcia looking rattled on the mound, you walk over there and you remind them of tonight. You remind them of their performance in the ALCS. And Alex Rodriguez gave him shit. He was like, bro, you're not going to give him hitting advice? You gave him pitching advice? But I think that's a good point. And going forward, especially in the World Series, which Fromber shows up, which Luis Garcia shows up is going to go a long way in determining what the Astros do. Who got married? I don't know what this means. You guys got to give me more info. Oh, hey, Barry, if you were in the stands and Tom Brady's 600 ball was thrown in the stands, would you give it back? Let's talk about that too, but let me get my shot glass real quick. We got to do a shot before we get out of here. There is a deckhead birthday in the building. Let's go. We got to wish a very special happy birthday before we bounce. Who got married? Eric Resendez? All right. This shot goes out to Christopher Pelk, buddy. Oh, Bregman got married. Christopher Pelk, buddy. Happy birthday to you, my friend. I'm sorry it's so late in the show, but at least I got to it. Love you, buddy. Thanks for being a deckhead. And I hope you have a fantastic day and get roadhead or a hand job or whatever it is you're into, buddy. Cheers, Mr. Pelk. Happy birthday. Oh. Whoa. Brantley and Alvarez will show up. The rest of the team can go cold. That's the thing. I think the Braves have a distinct rotation pitching advantage. I think the bullpens might be even, slight lean Braves, maybe. Although that Astros bullpen has looked great. But I think 1 through 9, there's no question this lineup is way better. Fake news, not my birthday. Mine's in March. Okay. So I just think, though, man, when you watch Bregman, he just looks broken. He does. There's something wrong with that dude. The swagger is gone. What's up, buddy? Look at this. Every day at 4 o'clock, y'all, my cat shows up. Every day at 4 o'clock, I'm telling you. He shows up to the window because he wants me to feed him. So this is how I know that the show's over, because my cat shows up to the window and is ready to be fed. Look at old Oliver, ready to eat. Give me a few minutes. Daddy's going over a little bit, and then I'll go feed you, okay? You want to come in? Can he come in? Come on. They're going to get into all kind of shit now. Come on, buddy. God, I need to clean those windows. Come on, big guy. They just want to get all the trash I have back here. Yeah, Bregman lost his smile. He lost his swagger. And we'll talk more about it tomorrow. And he did get on the board early and got on base and scored a run. Just seems different. And it's not the married thing. Bregman had lost his swagger after the cheating scandal. Altuve lost his swagger after the cheating scandal. Altuve needed this trip to the World Series more than anybody on this team. He absolutely needed it. And if you watched him post-game, he had some pep in his step. He's very humbled. But attitude was a little bit different. Bregman's not there yet. So we'll find out. And we'll get into it more tomorrow. We'll talk a lot more Astros, Braves. I'll have a more in-depth breakdown for you, my thoughts on the entire series. We've got kind of the pitching rotation set up. We can talk about that. We can go through the lineup. We can talk who has the advantages, where and why. And we'll see what Vegas thinks and a lot more. But, hey, that is the show for the day. Thank you to my producer, Justin Swinford, for reminding me about my breaks. Thank you to my executive producer, right-hand woman, and the all-around wonderful human being, Jen, for reminding me about my birthdays. And most importantly, thank you to you guys, for showing up. Hey, 717 memorabilia, don't be a stranger. We do this every day, 2 to 4. Make sure you click follow on the channel. It's free, or subscribe. And come back and hang out with us. We have a good time talking sports and bullshit. We do it every day, 2 to 4, right here YouTube.com/Barry on Sports. Thank you all for being here. Bye, buddy. Christy's my buddy for sure. Thank you, Joe Pro. That's right. Do like Aaron says. Hit that like button on the way out for me. I appreciate you. Remember several things, folks. There's 3 things I want you to do and 2 things I need you to remember. I need you to remember fuck Jeff Passan and fuck John Boyd Media. But also I need you to be safe, be kind, even to Jeff Passan. And most importantly, love each other. Happy birthday, Christopher Pelt. Happy, I almost said graduation. Happy engagement to Justin Swinford. Cool Breeze, I appreciate you, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Enjoy Monday Night Football. Bye. Making a U-turn.